Called up my friend Johnny Jalopy. I've got a new car project I'm starting, and I really need his help.
Hey, what's up, man?
You returned.
I returned.
Howdy.
I don't really know what the heck I'm doing here, but I'm expecting to walk in and see some old car or some sort of parts laying on the ground, kind of the way he always starts a build. And there's nothing there, so I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Been a while.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, you know, after that crazy car we finished last time,
Right?
I was thinking I gotta have you on board. Thank you. I was thinking I gotta have you on board for another project.
Okay.
Man. I really want Johnny to come back to the shop. We collaborated on a project about a year ago. Johnny drew this really radical cartoon hot rod Volkswagen thing, and I knew I could build it. I got a plan, but I'm gonna need Johnny's artistic talent to move forward on this new project.
What's up?
Well, I got something under that cover, and I want to talk to you about it.
Ah, what's under the cover?
This car's been sitting here in the corner of the shop for a while now.
So as he starts to slowly pull the tarp off, there sits the Space Junkie. This iconic, badass car that Ian has created. I've seen it in pictures.
So, exactly.
Holy cow, man.
So it's kind of in deep, cold storage. It hasn't gone anywhere in years.
And you want to change it. What could you possibly want to do to it?
Well, let's pull it out and give it the once-over. This car is a 1931 Chevy. It's a radical departure from your restoration and even more from your typical show car. This was a really intense build for me. It was really a workout on my skill level regarding bodywork and fabrication. And I'm ready to change it up.
So what are you thinking, like new wheels or another paint job on it? Or?
And I want it to be completely revamped, not just a simple paint job. I mean, all the way.
You're not satisfied with
I'm not satisfied.
It's got to be different.
That's exactly it.
I can't imagine what we could do to make it cooler than it already is, but I'm in.
I mean, first of all, let's just take the spinners off. The spinners from the start were a gimmick. It was something to make people laugh. It was kind of cheesy. It was a direct reflection of the whole trend of the spinners at the time. It didn't start the trend I thought it would, so.
You thought it was gonna really take off and you were gonna start taking some orders?
I mean, come on. It's a 100-year-old wood spinner. It's like, it's wood, you hear that? It's freaking awesome. Spinners are just the tip of the iceberg. So this nose is undone. It kind of shifts up and forward. Let's take it off. The nose of the car is very easy to remove. 4 bolts, and that really reveals the work that's gone into the chassis and suspension. So see, look what's going on under there. There's a
Even that looks cool.
That's what I'm saying, there's a whole different story. I mean, now look at the engine. What a freaking wild setup.
Holy cow.
You don't get it with the hood on.
Dude, look at all this detail that was really kind of hidden. I get what you're saying now, that it really kind of hit some coolness in it. He spent time and made these really cool body panels for this car, but the true talent of Ian is all the stuff that was covered, the whole chassis work and the way the front suspension's set up and all these really cool, intricate details that he had done were all hidden underneath his body. You know, I'm thinking, and he obviously was thinking when he built it, is here's the cool part of the car. So how much time did you have in this, Ian?
I mean, I've worked on this car for over 5 years. Not full time, but every minute I could give it. So that's why it's so developed. It's a pretty good accomplishment. I can't wait to take it apart.
So it makes all the sense. 5 years of your labor of love. Let's just toss it.
Toss it, man. Once I pull this body off, I'll be able to explain my plan to Johnny. The whole deal was, from my thought process, I wasn't really leading you on until you saw it like this. I think we're working with this part, not that part.
That's comforting, because I'd hate to see you cut that apart.
That's a keeper. This is what we're gonna freak out on.
Okay.
All right, so you don't get this at your local auto parts store. Check that out.
Yes. He comes walking in and it's a bubble. And everything inside me just freaks out. I'm like, oh man, a bubble top. Are you kidding me? Dude, bubble top.
I made that other one with my friend And what nobody knows is I made 8 of these, and this is the biggest one. I saved it for myself.
Dude.
Went on this bubble top adventure with my friend Victor. He's got a really radical bubble top T-bird. While we had the oven set up, we made a whole bunch of different sizes, and I got to keep the biggest one. This is what we're using. Let me put 2 sticks here. Let's put it on, then you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Okay, we're raising the bar now. Some of the most iconic hot rods, you know, the Ed Roth built were bubble top cars. You know, this is amazing. I'm gonna get to be a part of something that could be crazy.
I got this bubble stored away for about a year. I've never seen it on the car, and now it's the time to check it out.
Look at that. Dude.
That's pretty ridiculous, huh? Right off the bat, we set it in place, and I knew these two were meant to be together. So, you have a chassis, you have your bubble, but wait, there's more.
What?
I got one more piece to this pie, one more slice to the puzzle, and that's these quarter panels from a Ford station wagon. It looks kind of loose now, but you see you got a pretty cool body line, and then the details of where the lights come in the back I thought was pretty neat.
Yeah.
So,
and it's got those cool iconic little pod things in it.
Exactly.
Again, that goes on with the pods and the circles.
Right. My concept as far as this project goes has ended at this. That's why I wanted you to come by here.
Okay.
It's like you got your bare essentials and just roll with it, man, whatever you think. I'm up for the challenge of building whatever you can dream.
And bubble tops are my favorite.
Yeah, and that's a pretty substantial
Yes.
freaking dome.
The challenge is now we take all these 3 elements together and we come up with a cool design. I could probably pretty much put anything on paper and the dude's capable of doing it.
I'm seeing this as probably the biggest challenge in my career. I'm like a prize fighter without the prize, waiting for his match. As soon as he lays down the drawing, it's on.
What's up, man?
I couldn't sleep.
Me neither.
We made a mistake by putting this together so quick. I can't stop thinking about this thing, man. It's like I want to get to work right away, but I wanted to see what you got going on.
Okay.
The first drawing he shows me is very representative of the parts we have, except there's some kind of a weird fin on top. I mean, what the heck is on the bubble here? It's like, what is that?
Crazy idea
Yeah.
of this like mohawk. You said take it to the next level.
That is, man. Right off the bat, this is exactly why I asked him to come here. You know, something I wasn't even thinking about. He's already got a line on it. I think that's a keeper. However that thing translates into the final product.
So Ian seemed to really like that first drawing, but I knew the second one had a lot more of me in it, and I was excited to show him that part. And then that kind of popped in my head.
Oh, dude, that's the move right there. Johnny's second drawing really nailed it. 3/4 front view, absolute proportion-wise, what I would consider, yes, that's exactly what I want. I'm freaking building that car.
By cutting the bubble as small as we did, we had taken out the length of the bubble to ensure that real extended, long, dragster look. We needed to keep the length.
So what if we took this
Oh, and raised
and
it.
did this? Then it's a very long, narrow bubble now.
I see, so you're almost changing the rake of the
Changing the
cut.
rake of the bubble, yeah. Let me draw a line on there. Let's see what we got.
Wow.
Yeah, it's totally different,
Look at
totally
that.
different dome. Well, once we got it marked, that's it. It's okay, we've made a decision. Now what do? Are we gonna stick it or are we gonna decide again? Give it one eyeball approval. If we mark it wrong and commit to a cut, you can't uncut it. It's very delicate. It's a one-time deal.
And now I see this little bit of fear in his eyes, and I'm like, oh man, now what did we get ourselves into?
The only way to figure it out is if we do it, right? So
Yeah,
it's like getting
I'm in.
married.
let's do it.
You can't fake it.
At that point, I was like, you know what? I could either sit back and be afraid of it, or I'll follow along. You know, I'll put all my faith in Ian. That he knows what the heck he's doing. And I was like, yeah, I'm in. Let's do this. Let's cut it. I got your back. So he starts going right into the bubble, and those first couple noises into the bubble, I'm like cringing. Oh man.
I was super focused on my work. A lot could go wrong, but I could feel there was tension in the air. It's nice to let your teammates know that you got this, that it's a sure thing, but that's not the case here. I told them we're gonna cut this thing, and I really have not done it this way, so hopefully it works.
He just kind of proceeds to pierce his way every couple inches.
I was surprised to see how easily this thing cut. I was all the way around, and it's like, hey, it's showtime.
The cruncher.
I felt a disturbance in the force. So let's try this. Grab under. Raise up. Is that right? Lift up. Are you still attached there? And we can't put any torsional twist.
Boom.
Perfect.
Sure enough, he grabs one side, I grab the other side, and it pops right off. Super clean cut. It was crazy.
There it is, a smaller, better bubble. It was a relief to have that thing cut through without any issue, but the other point is moving it. We're gonna have to make a base plate for this to support it before we can put it on the car.
I want to see it, Ian. So let's not. Yeah,
I
let's
don't want to
put it
break
on.
it, my man.
I hear you.
That's what it's about.
Come on, let's do it.
My first thought was we have to reinforce this because we got through the first challenge. It could crack at any time. Johnny's so amped, he's saying he needs to see it now.
I'm like, forget that. Let's just put it on there. Ready?
If it breaks, it's your fault.
If he dies, he dies. I'm jonesing at this point. You know, we've gone this far. He's cut the bubble. I just want to see it on top of that chassis and see if we've made the right decision.
It's gonna be okay. Look at that, it's still too tall. We're getting there. We put it on and it was good, but I'm looking for great or even greaterer. So, looks good. We're gonna try one more thing. So I think the front of that bubble needs to come down right to the bell housing. That's just a simple little firewall I made. It's just sheet metal. It doesn't do anything structurally. This deal here.
Okay.
I think we can just cut this right off and we'll lay the bubble on the bell housing for now just to take a look at it.
So, cutting some more of the Space Junkie.
See, that's
Get
part
it out of here, it's old.
That's part of what I was leading you into too. We're actually never going back, Johnny. I gotta tell you, that car will never see this frame again. That's been the Grandmaster plan from the start. Well, Johnny's thinking we're still trying to salvage the opportunity to put that other body back on here. And I'm only thinking it's going forwards.
And I'm like, okay, now we're cutting up more of this iconic car, and he's got no problem with it. All right.
It's my car, and I can do that if I want to. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, look at that now. Yeah. Dude.
That's pretty
Sets it all
silly.
backwards, too. Oh, my goodness.
I think those are our proportions. Getting this thing on the chassis, you can see it fits now. It doesn't look like a big high bubble top thing. It's very slick. Even better than I thought it was gonna be. It's all about the feel of the ride, right? And that's the thing, I gotta get back in here and see if it's working. If your head's banging against the bubble, it ain't gonna be okay. If it's too close, if it feels claustrophobic, it ain't gonna work.
Oh, yeah.
No less room than the other ones. It's a yes or no thing. I am here, this is my car, we are going forward. I think I finally arrived, Johnny. We're in a good position.
That's pretty sick.
We're trying to make this tire appear as big as possible, you know, up over the edge of the quarter panel, and that's really it. Just cut and trim until it looks right. So we're close. We gotta take this whole wheel arch off now, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good starting point. It occurred to me that I'd asked him to do some drawings, so it's like, let's check out your last rendition.
So here's what I got.
Oh, wow. That's pretty freaking good. Where did you photocopy that from? Who drew that? That's freaking nuts, man.
So, you know, brought the body panel down. I still kind of left the spears in there.
Right.
With the lower look to it.
Yeah, love it.
Again, added the, you know, the mohawk that you liked from the first drawing.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of extended out the outer fins.
Love it. Right. Everything's just a little bit more dramatic. Johnny really went off on this last rendering. He really put all the details he was conceiving. I love the fact that he put this giant aluminum fin across the bubble. We knew that, but he's got some wild ideas with the headlights. The front of the body has some vents incorporated in it. I've never seen anything like it. That's why I want to build it, because this thing's far out. Dude, I like that better than all of them so far. So I hate to keep asking you to draw stuff, but you see what it's developing into, man. It's freaking amazing.
Nothing's cooler than, being some guy that just draws a bunch of doodles to get to be a part of something as big a scale as this. When he said, hey, I need some help, I didn't expect it to be like this. Well, man, I hate to say it, but I gotta head home. I wish I could stay longer and help you.
What are you talking about? You mean you have a day job?
Yeah, I gotta get back to the day job.
Johnny's time has been short and sweet. He nailed this concept, and now all I gotta do is build it. Thanks for doing the hard part, man.
Thanks for letting me come and be a part of it.
Right on. Johnny Jalopy had to hit the road, but there's a new kid on the block. I called up my friend Eric. He was on board to come by and check it out. He walks in, and I think he's a little startled. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for the invite.
Right on.
What,
What? You act like you've never seen this type of thing before.
when I came in and I saw it, it was like, okay, the gravity of it kind of spread apart, just bits and pieces here and there. It's, you know, it's a little like, what did you do?
Just collaborating with Johnny on all the potential this car could have made me think I gotta redo everything. I pulled the engine out because I want to freshen up the paint on the frame, pulled the wheels and the hubs off. Everything needs a little once-over, freshen up. Eric walks in the middle of this strange disassembled state. As soon as Eric got here, we got right to work. First, I wanted to frame out the structure for the body panels.
Basically, you need to have a squared structure and figure out, you know, how you place these, because if one's off by an inch, when you go start tying things together, you're gonna be off by a mile.
I wanted to get this set up so we could focus on creating the rest of the body. Any concerns? You think it's gonna be all right?
No, I'm good. The gear drive is just buzzing away like a blower belt. Being able to work with somebody that, you know, like Ian, that has this talent, I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow, and I can't wait for it, you know? This is something cool.
It's gonna be all right.
Look at that line. That is
Everybody's
just,
always critiquing.
that is years of
You should see what I do with the other guys.
unsurpassed talent.
The other guys that work in the shop, sometimes it's like a freaking football playbook. I think Eric's a consummate professional, and I got the wild style going behind his back. He doesn't know what's going on. Maybe he thinks I'm not working up to my capacity, but this is how I roll.
He has a certain style and a certain way to finesse his equipment to do what he wants. And it's entertaining, to say the least.
We got about that much, and then it gets bigger. Look at that much. Then it gets bigger. Holy moly, we're getting good at this. We're both standing back and looking at it, and it occurs to me that Eric hasn't seen this thing mocked up. Johnny and I set up with the fenders and the bubble on, and I think it's time to show him what's happening. Totally fits. That's pretty ridiculous. I can't say that I've ever seen one like this. That's pretty
No,
weird.
I want to see the holy mohawk on it. With the bubble on it and the body panels going, it's starting to really take shape, and it's amazing.
The front is looking perfect, man. I couldn't have imagined it better, but now we have to imagine a better rear section. The rear portion of the car is a blank slate. Eric's got a couple ideas. He's not talking, so I guess we'll see what develops. Eric was holding out on his concept for the rear, so I finally asked him what he's been thinking.
All right, while you're in a good mood,
Yes.
open to ideas, I have an idea for this. What if we were to maybe dish this in
Right.
and do a radiator, since I like doing the pod things with the headlights and the grills kind of thing. What if we did a pod for the radiator and had it separate and exposed, like show the mechanicals of it, but do like a case for it?
I like that idea. So it's almost like the engine is like a piece of jewelry in the front.
Yes.
And the radiator is another
Is the
one
piece in the back.
hanging out of the back.
Yeah.
I'm totally down for that.
All right.
This is a complete blank slate at this point. I am open to suggestion, and the more outrageous it gets, the better. It's not something I would have thought of, but I like the idea a lot.
So do I earn my supper for this evening?
Yes, I think you're gonna get a gold star on the refrigerator
Cool, man.
for today's efforts.
My mom will be so happy.
Yeah.
I told him my idea, and he was like, yes. And then almost instantaneously, he's like, I got some stuff that can do, I'll be right back. Just give me a minute.
I have a lot of stuff. So he says he wants some kind of a concave surface, and I think I got just the thing. Well, I was looking for this, but then I saw that. This is a good start. It's about the dimensions we're working with. This is what we need. My television provider no longer carried my show, so I took down the utility apparatus from the top of the roof, and I had this dish.
And he comes back in here.
I got some stuff. Found a radiator.
Ooh.
I think it's a Ford Mustang, and I found a dish. You were asking for a dish shape.
I totally think he took a ladder, climbed up on his roof, and stole a satellite dish. This is perfect.
Concave shape, right?
This is perfect.
And it's steel.
Oh,
It'll
man.
be perfect.
This is like the perfect shape, and he comes in and we kind of set it in place. I'm like, we're totally putting a satellite dish on the back of this car.
Satellite dish on a car, that makes no sense at all, but it works. The thing was mainly that it fit the car. It's gonna be modified, but this shape is a keeper. It's just gotta take the paint off and tack weld it on.
So we get it on the car, and we got it where we want it. And now the trick is to make it not look like a dish welded to the back of a car.
I'm thinking we just need to put something in place, start to get a feel for the dimensions of this, and I'm gonna make a simple roll pan for the back of the car. Just throw it in the sheet metal brake and roll it. Once we got the pan on, we took the body off just to get a better look at it. So the big question is, how does this transition from our fabricated part into the satellite dish? That's what I'm wondering. You know what, maybe let's make the top first, because you could see the old line right here. The way these things here from the factory, I'm digging them. So, this is just a line. I was thinking a tube shape with a nice round edge, not just coming only straight across, but coming back and down.
Yeah.
The whole thing was just to get some line in place. You use this round tube, and I just create kind of a shape, but I'm thinking like a V shape. It kind of tapers down. Something that'll just give a landing point to whatever sheet metal we put in place. I'm building out the back of this car with these strips just because we're trying to move fast. This car's gonna have a lot of fiberglass, a lot of filler on it, so I'm just creating a surface. It's very simple. We're not getting too crazy with it. We're gonna put in a series of strips, trim them to fit, and then weld everything together. The whole thing is just standing back and checking it out. There's still a lot of loose ends, but you could see that the dish was the right call. It's a great centerpiece, and nobody's gonna know what happened. Yeah, so I'm real happy with this contour, just the way you're seeing the mimicking reflection of this and this, but it's set in. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah. It's the makings of a fine bubble top.
So, Eric's gotta hit the road. All good things must come to an end.
This has been like hot rod summer camp. And it was really neat to meet somebody else in this universe that gets this stuff and gets these things and it doesn't matter the work, the time frame, just that it's gotta be the best that it could be. And the ideas are the possibilities are endless.
It was really great having Eric here. He brought a lot of great ideas to the project, and I'm inspired to take this thing all the way. Everything that Eric and I established with the sheet metal so far is cool, but we stopped on the rear portion. So in thinking about a radiator, I wanted something really exotic. I went to the local spaceship supply, and it was actually a crash-landed UFO. Some of the parts you could see were bent up in the impact. I'm telling the truth, this came from a store that has actual spaceships. It has satellites, rocket engines, the whole deal. When I saw this, I was thinking heat sink, like on anything like a radiator. The idea is air is blowing over some kind of fins to cool it. I definitely want to segment it, somehow fit it up to the rear of the car, but the first order of business is to cut it up. I got this whole assembly simply for these 3 shapes. You'll see it's like a flexible bellows shape. And I think stainless steel polished up, it'll look real nice. I just got to figure out how I'm going to put them in the car. The whole thing with this is that it's a representation of a radiator. It's going to move coolant through it. I don't know how efficient it'll be, but the bottom line is it's got to look really awesome. So I just want to mock this up on the back of the car. It won't be tie wired in place in the end, but you can see that's pretty groovy. It's already starting to look like a spaceship. The thing is, right now you're just seeing these 3 pieces, but there's gonna be a lot of cool tubes coming in and out of the thing. So something will be coming through here into that, and it's gonna turn the corner, it's gonna turn the corner, and then go back out of the car. So it's gonna be like a whole crazy straw thing going on. It's gonna be awesome. Mark said he brought a surprise to help with the build, so I was curious to see what it was. He starts rolling in this thing, and I uncover it. Oh, it's a small block Chevy.
Ian was pleasantly surprised because it's a V8. I mean, granted, it's not the prettiest thing you've ever seen. You know, it's kind of black and a little grungy, whatever. I mean, all we did was kind of pressure wash it off, got the grease off of it, whatever. But it's a strong running motor. I mean, if you look at the drawing, it's got the exhaust stacks coming out both sides, so the car needs a V8.
He's concerned. What are you so concerned about? Do I gotta give you the pep talk? Well, we do a bit of quality control here, and the dog is giving me kind of the eyes. So he gives it the sniff test, he's smelling the distributor, he's checking the oil, transmission. What do you think? It's gonna be all right? He approves. No? Uh-oh, hold on, something with the transmission.
Uh-oh.
Like, remember what happened last time? I'm like, I know. On the last project I worked with Mark, he brought down an engine that had some hidden issues. I'm a little leery about this one, so I wanted to take a look inside. You know what happened last time? I looked in the valve covers and...
Don't look in there.
Oh, look, it's nice. And it's super clean, so this was a well-cared-for engine. Okay, well, I got a new starter on it, so it was a running thing.
They told me it was running, so
It ran
don't
great.
shoot the messenger. I'm just a
I
delivery
heard
guy.
that before.
I have to prove it to Ian that, yeah, this thing works. Otherwise, you know, I'm never gonna save face with him ever again. So we're gonna mock it up into the Space Junkie.
Put it in the car, and I could tell this is what it needed. That's the look, man. I think you're all right. You definitely, you got an eye for this, man. Look at that.
Huh?
That's
Oh, yeah,
freaking
see, you have
perfect.
to have a V8.
Yeah.
It's got the look he wants, it's got the stance he wants, and Ian will paint it up, and it'll look like $1 million on the outside.
I'm looking at the frame rails and the way that the exhaust ports are coming out. It's gonna look very much like the drawing, which is what we're going for. Straight 8 would have never gave us this look.
I do have another piece that kind of tops it off.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Yeah, I surprised him pretty good with the engine, but you know what? That's not the big piece that's really gonna surprise him. I brought something else along. Ian's the creative master, and this is just sort of what I've done for him, and I'm hoping that he likes it, you know, so I got a bit of butterflies in my stomach going, is he gonna like it? Is he not gonna like it, you know?
Mark walks in with what looks like a pillow, I think, you know, what is this? He's got sea cushions or what? Gas tank?
It was a gas tank,
Oh.
but now
Whoa.
this is your air cleaner.
Oh yeah, just like his drawing, man. That thing is nuts. I guess it's a motorcycle gas tank that he has taken the time to modify to look like Johnny's artwork. It's a big shell that has this mohawk detail on it and a bunch of cool vents. I could see he spent some time. It's just what it needed.
I'm glad you like it and you can use it.
I really like the fact that Mark made this, and just like the rest of the car, it's gonna get refined and evolved as it progresses. Now it's starting to look like a spaceship. So you got your radiator thing, you have
Yeah.
2 mohawks, you have the air cleaner. I could see it already. The great thing about this project is it started with Johnny Jalopy, continued with Eric, and now Mark's here. So it is all about the collaboration, meeting of the minds. This thing's gonna be way better for it. So Mark's little V8 adventure got me thinking we needed a really cool exhaust. So I went and I got 8 of these megaphones, supply shop here in town, and they have the flanges for the V8 engine. So I'm working on figuring the exhaust out. Mark is doing the intake. Mark hasn't had the best track record with engines, so I'm anxious to hear this thing run.
He's a little concerned, so yeah, he wants proof of the pudding here. Okay, you brought me this thing, that's great, I appreciate it, it's in the car, but does it run?
Ready?
I'm ready.
This engine sounded good. Mark really pulled through this time.
Out of gas.
Sold. Thank you. Well, that's it, man.
Oh yeah.
Once we got the wheels on, I wanted to move towards the front of the body. Johnny's drawing has this unique headlight detail that I'm really trying to emulate. I thought the shape here with his headlight detail was really well represented by these architectural light housings. You know, you see them on the side of a building, illuminating the wall. So they're aluminum, they'll shine up.
I mean, those are perfect for the drawing. I mean, they look like they were made for it.
Yeah, they look just like it.
Yeah.
Pretty ruby. You just got to start somewhere, so I'm going to cut a hole in the body and stick these things on. I need to hold these light housings on the car. They're aluminum, so I can't tack weld them to the car like I would typically do. I just make a little springy round thing out of sheet metal that'll hold it, and I tack that to the car. It's just like a placeholder. Throw a couple straight edges across the top of the body, plug them in. This is just a mock-up. I wanted to put them in place and see how I feel about it. Stepping back and looking at the car, it's just not good. It's not okay. There's something terribly wrong. It's changing the whole look of the car. Once I mocked these up, I knew they were too big. I'd have to redesign the whole body to fit them, but Mark liked it.
They're already got a 45-degree angle on them, so they matched the drawing that Johnny did, and I said, wow, what a perfect thing to reuse to get the look that you're after.
In order to show Mark the problem, I had to use a different type of envisioning tool. Eric and I created this really nice curved shape, and it will basically delete it. We'll go right over it to blend in this headlight. To make this blend in, I'm gonna have to go entirely over his work and wrap it in the headlight like that. See what happens, it's just this giant shelf. It's a big projecting panel coming out of the body.
Right. He's got his vision, he's got the drawing to consider, he's got the body that he's already created to consider, but if it's not aesthetically the way he wants it to look, then it's not gonna happen.
I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm gonna work on something else. Just like I used to do with my homework in high school. Whenever I hit a wall like this, you know, it's like writer's block. The more you push it, the less you're gonna get. For now, I'm moving on to something else.
He's bending some tubes, brings out his big ring roller, and we roll another tube, and I'm still scratching my head going, I don't know what you're building here.
I didn't really tell Mark what I was doing. I was just making a shape here. I had a couple ideas, and really I just wanted to flow with the existing components in the chassis.
The curiosity gets the better of me, and I kind of go, okay, so what exactly are you building here? Much like a little mini grill for a
that's
little
exactly
baby
it.
roadster. When you finally clue into what he's building, and then, you know, you just watch him in amazement. I mean, what a brilliant idea to make it all curved like that. Perfect.
On guard. Mark is a sincere professional. He needs detail. He's in there measuring down to the nearest umpteenth of an inch, getting a perfect trace line. He's not gonna have it cut until he's set.
Now, my line, Ian's line. Which one would you follow?
So the thing is, just to further complement his efforts, I just duplicated his original line, flipped it over to the other side of the shroud, and traced it. We put it back on the car and we accomplished exactly what we needed. That's cool.
Yeah. It fills up that void, definitely.
For sure.
Right?
Another piece to the puzzle, man. This is a pretty crazy car. Felt good to complete the grill with Mark, but there's still a lot of big issues we have to deal with. I needed to get a lot wrapped up with the rear of this car, and I wanted to make some progress before Mark got here.
I walk in and Ian's grinding away and whatever. I kind of come up there and stand beside him, looking a little different. Wasn't there something hanging there or something before? But now you got this odd shape going here.
So the hole is for a fan. So see this fan here, it's gonna go in here. Before Mark arrived, I finished up the radiator tubes. I got a bunch of mandrel bends and I welded them in to finish the radiator design.
He proceeded to pull out this radiator piece that he had construed together.
So this is gonna go in this puzzle piece here.
Laid it in there, and basically the name of the car suits it. I mean, Space Junkie, it is something from out of this world. It's kind of like a part of a reactor or something weird and funky, very spacey. Looks cool, I like it.
Mark got the vibe exactly. It is something that will cool water, but it's more of an art piece. Flux capacitor, whatever, spaceship stuff. Mark's only got one more day to offer me, and I really need his help with something bigger than just the rear sheet metal on this car. So even though this is 1/4-inch plate, you're about to see efficiency in action. Cutting disc ain't gonna do it this time. I gotta use the plasma cutter. It's a treasured asset, so I only use it when I really need it. The sheet isn't big enough to do a full perimeter around the inside of the car, so we're gonna have to do it in 2 pieces, and you'll see we're pushing the sheet right to the limit. It's a big ring portion we're building, and we're gonna use the majority of the surface of the sheet.
He took a pipe and he just sort of measured it out 1.25 inches, and he felt, okay, this is it. If we cut it wrong and if it's too short, we're starting from scratch again. Get a whole new piece of metal, and nobody's gonna be very happy.
I've been kind of amped on this all day. I needed Mark's assistance. You see, it's a lot of heavy moving. You got it in place. I really want to see this bubble on the car. You ready, man? It's time for the test fit. I'm sure we did it perfect. So close.
If I drop it, I'm running out the door. Very cool.
Now she's looking like something.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. The whole thing was I haven't been able to see it until this point. It always had some piece of board in there, a couple braces. It's the first look at the vehicle, seeing through the interior. It's exactly what I hoped it would be.
You know, it's looking more like the final end result here.
Yeah, with the wood in there, you just didn't get the sense of it being such a cool thing.
No, and to see through down into it and whatever, you know.
Since I'm 15 years old, man, this is what I've been waiting for. The whole reason with splitting up a project into so many different tasks is just what we accomplished today, is a little victory, charges up the energy, we see a good positive outcome, and it allows you to continue with the struggles you're having. Mark's got to hit the road, and so do I. There's an old school shop that might have just what I need to take this to the next level. I'm at Moon Eyes, the makers of spun aluminum wheel discs and a lot of other cool stuff. I called up Chico and asked him if he could set me up with a custom pair of wheel covers. I grabbed the rim from the car and brought it in the shop.
All right, let's set it over here and take a look.
Whoa, look at that.
Yeah, that's the discs we did for Tesla, the 19-inch Tesla wheel.
Chico says that this is like some kind of a prototype special edition for a Tesla electric car. And I know right away I gotta have something at least that special. So this is a 19, but those
That's
are 20s.
That's a 19, yeah. These are 20 wheel, and it measures 21.5.
Right.
And let me see what we got.
He brought out the standard disc, and that's what I thought I was coming here for, just in a 20-inch diameter. Apparently, just like me, they're always experimenting with different designs and styles.
This
Off the
disc here, we
Whoa.
did, this one we did for Dodge Magnum, 20-inch wheel.
This is a Dodge truck spare tire. That's what these are. These are Dodge pickup truck spare
It might
tires.
just pop right on there.
Oh, man.
Hey, perfect.
That was almost too easy.
Uh-huh.
Fitting that disc on the rim, it's like, this is what I need, man. Whatever it takes to make this fit, I'm on board. This is what the car's gonna have. This is even more space age than those regular ones. Those are moon discs, but these are like outer space discs.
Yeah, those are, we named it Saturn.
That's what they're called?
Yep.
Okay, Saturns. Perfect. That's it. That's the look of the car, man.
Yeah.
The coolest thing about the Moon Eyes facility is that they have a full machine shop.
Let me show you here. This is Manny here.
Cool.
He's been working with
Hey,
us for
how's it
over
going?
10 years now. This is
Thanks,
Ian.
man. Okay. I always wondered how they do this.
Everything starts out from a flat piece of aluminum.
See, that's what it would look like if I made the wheel cover. That's why I came
Yeah.
here.
It was set up on that mold that we have, and it's from the 1940s.
Apparently, nothing's changed since they invented this. You take a flat piece of aluminum, clamp it in the lathe, turn it on, and then push it into shape with this paddle. It just goes to show that sometimes the primitive machinery yields exceptional results. This thing is super low tech, and it's really all in the operator's skill to make this thing happen.
We go from here to a sunray machine, and then we put our trademark sunray finish on it.
Oh, and that's how it gets all the different facets. I
Right,
get
yes,
you.
It's a brush to finish.
Just like any fabrication process, you rough it out and then you finish it. You pull the disc off of the lathe, put it in some kind of polishing machine, and it's pretty fancy.
All right, here's a finished product with a sunray on it.
Wow,
What is
crazy.
the difference, huh?
It's perfect, man. That's the thing, I mean, literally,
Yeah. That's the
that
start,
to
and this
that.
is the finished.
that's pro. Seeing the process was pretty cool. It's a highly specialized thing, but mostly it's the old school dude doing something with his hands right there in front of you.
Custom work is where I would really like something that's not available out there, and that I want to be able to make them so that we can say, here, we did this. Thanks for coming by,
Yeah.
and we'll get your wheels, the disc done next week.
Sounds good,
All right.
yeah. Whenever you get time, just give me a call.
All right,
Those
great.
are perfect, thanks.
Very good.
Right
Thank
on.
you. Thanks for coming by.
So it looks like these wheel discs are a go. He's gonna do a couple things to make a mount. I gotta get back to the shop and finish this car. I got this car primered, so it's looking good. It's one thing getting this thing looking like a close to finished piece, but it's gotta drive. I had a t-shirt when I was like 15 that said normal is boring. So this car, it's gotta follow suit. It's not going to be normal. You're gonna be sitting way back. So I got this little miniature dragster steering wheel. So you're gonna be all the way back here. And there's no room for your feet to do anything. You're sitting here driving this miniature steering wheel like a dragster, and your hand is up here like a monster cartoon car guy, but your throttle is on this lever, and when you push it, it is the brake. So your master cylinder will be on top front row center, and you're pushing it with your hand to stop and twisting it to go. I wish I could make my eyes pop out. When my friend Eric was here, he kind of threw this concept out as a challenge. This idea is pretty far out there. It has the potential to go way wrong. You don't want the car to get out of control. Choke thinking about it, but I gotta make it work. I wanted to look cool, so I started thinking about stuff, and I had this aluminum bowling pin. I started welding some plates to it. I thought it'd be a perfect brake cylinder holder. Ever since Eric left, I've been kind of thinking about it, like how does this happen and be safe? And the answer for me is to use an actual real master cylinder from a truck and a real throttle from a motorcycle. So the master cylinder bolts right into those holes. It's half-inch aluminum plate, that's very strong, just like you'd see this thing mounted on the firewall or on the frame. So that is kind of started and mocked up. I got this piece of 7/8 solid aluminum rod. I picked 7/8 round because that's what a dirt bike handlebar is, diameter, and I just got a dirt bike throttle grip. That goes right here. You dig? That's freaking cool. Sounds good in theory. The arm position is right. I think it's gonna look okay. I just gotta make it. So I want this rod to pass through the housing, the bowling pin that holds the master cylinder. So I'm drilling a few holes in there to create a slot. Thinking about the leverage I'm gonna need, I drill a couple holes in the body. The lever will mount below the floor of the car, and then the master cylinder will be bolted to the top panel. So everything's looking like it's kind of gonna work, but I want to cut this thing to size and just make sure it fits me before I build anything on it. Come on, you gotta check this out. This is gonna be epic. Quality control, I gotta just make sure everything is jiving with the higher powers, and I'm just gonna show them the idea. You understand? It's pretty simple, but it works. I could see the concern in his eyes. He's got 2 long drool strings coming out of his cheeks, and that automatically is a cause for concern. And then he's given the shifter in the eye. You're not impressed. You're concerned? It looks unsafe? Don't drool on the primer. Proof is in the pudding. It's seeing a project halfway through. You don't know where it's going, so I'm gonna prove it. Just need a little more time. He's just checking out the block sanding. He's not very impressed. It's gonna get better, man. It's all a process. I got a plan. I'm on a mission. The dog is gonna go do his thing. When he comes back, it's gonna be on. I'm gonna make a little shape here with a hole and a pin. Put it together. It's all about just getting a few tabs in place just to mock this up before I can really go forward with it. The whole thing with this is that it's aluminum. It's gonna be all finished and detailed in, similar to the Mohawk on the bubble. So just using the TIG welder, gonna fill in a lot of aluminum so that I can grind it back and it'll still be strong. Working with a client, there are parameters. There's always a budget concern, a time concern, and then whatever their idea is. I don't have any of those with this project. Sky's the limit. No, this is kind of the theory. It's gonna take a bunch more brackets underneath to make it function, but you see, it's very much like a brake pedal in your car. There'll be a pivot you push, and this rod, which will be adjustable, pushes on the master cylinder. I'm sold on the idea of this thing, but I gotta get underneath, get all the pivots in place, and then give it a test run. Got this brake lever mounted. I pulled the engine and transmission out of the way so I could get underneath and build a structure. This thing is very much looking like a spaceship now. There's one final element that's gonna seal the deal. Well, every bubble top I've seen either has doors or the bubble opens, right? So it's, as trick as that is, I just wanted to do something different. I wanted the whole car to open, like a funny car. So I put some hinges underneath in the back, and I put some additional structure around the side of the body. Yeah, sort of like that. Looking at it now, you see it on all the funny cars. They got this nice chrome rod that holds the body up. I don't want that. This has got to be totally trick. One thing's for sure is that brace has got to come out. I got these air cylinders from the local spaceship surplus. There was a couple of them laying there on the shelf. I don't know what model they're from, but I think I can tailor them to fit this. The idea being, when I raise it up, the air pressure will lock it up, and when I put it down, the air pressure will lock it down. It's a dual action cylinder. The reason I went with the air cylinders is because there's already airbag suspension on the car. So there's a compressor, there's a tank. Right now we got a huge air leak in the fitting. All I gotta do is put 2 more valves in there and this thing's operating. I know that this pivot works, but I wanna be sure that these air cylinders can support it. The body's pretty heavy. I don't know what their capacity is, so nothing to it but to try it out. Oh yeah, it totally works. Yeah, see, it's almost neutral. It's all on air. Nobody's gonna get hurt. That's cool. The whole thing here was the open air feel. You know, you're gonna get in and out of the car. There's nothing in your way. It's pretty cool looking. That's how it'll sit at the show. Once the bubble's on, the interior's all finished out, this thing is nuts. My friend Johnny's coming in. He was the main inspiration and collaboration on this design from the start.
Hey, man. Whoa.
Hey, welcome home.
Holy cow, man.
Lots happened since he last saw it. It actually looks like a car now. When he left, there was a bunch of sheet metal shapes.
He was gonna have to completely build this whole thing from rough renderings, and here it is in 3 dimensions in front of me, you know, ready to paint. It's crazy. Again, Ian takes it to the next level. The guy is just amazing.
Since you left, I haven't stopped. It's been this every freaking day.
So
nonstop.
badass.
And then this is how you get in.
Yes.
You see every other bubble top, the bubble opens, right?
Yes. Different.
Yes, the funny car style. So not only do we have the body and the bubble and the lift mechanism in place, but I have this. It is just like your drawing.
Yeah.
So it looks like a cartoon, right?
Dude, those headers came out so sick.
It's pretty crazy. It's like a show and tell time. Johnny's all geeking out on all the details, and I'm like, we still got a lot of work to do, man. So the thing is, it's not gonna be just a silver car. The main reason I wanted you here was to figure out some kind of a graphic design on the thing.
Okay, sure, no problem. Let me just whip out the crayons and let's see what we can come up with.
The whole first Space Junkie started with this model, the layout of the kit.
Oh yeah.
I figured there's no better way to start than with some modeling. This is an iconic bubble top car. It's the Ed Roth Beatnik Bandit.
So little nod to the original Space Junkie, a little nod to that.
Right. From my formative years, Ed Roth has been like the go-to guy for all the crazy style choices. I always wanted a bubble top. There's no better path to follow than that of the master. We'll just try to be better than that car.
That's not a tall order. Be better than Ed Roth.
I want to do something kind of inspired by the Beatnik Bandit, but I got a couple ideas of my own. The car is just moving forward. If it was moving through some kind of a paint vortex and the colors came onto it, it's all going from front to back.
So, you know, trying to translate now, yeah, vortex of paint in a thing. I got you.
So I got this 3M tape. I got tons of it. Maybe I'll just throw a couple lines what I was
Some of your
thinking,
ideas.
and then you just color in between the lines. I'm thinking the whole process here is keep Johnny in his comfort zone. I'm sure that's where he's most creative. So he's gonna mock it up on paper, and I'm gonna mock it up on the car.
A lot of what I was doing was kind of just looking at the panel itself, thinking about how can I mimic some shapes, move around in this limited amount of space, but do a lot of motion. It's got to look like it's moving when it's sitting.
I think that's exactly it. I like it. Why not?
When he's made a decision to start creating stuff, it is a whirlwind, dude. You better, like I said, you better grab on or you're gonna get left behind.
So it'll turn kind of like just a thing coming off of that. So you'll have 4 spears, like maybe this one. Once we started laying it out, I just kept going.
He did his thing, I did my thing, and I kept looking to see what he was doing. He kind of was checking out what I was doing. And then there was this moment where he laid some tape down and I went, oh my God, there it is. Yeah, you said through a paint vortex and it's grabbing on him.
It's a stylized vortex, but it is nonetheless in motion. I like it, dude. Even hellhounds respond.
Sweet.
We got a bunch of ideas laid out on the car. We're gonna paint all over it, pull the tape back, and see where we stand. We got the first layer of paint on. The first color is gonna be this brown candy. It's a very thick application of paint because it's a candy coat and it's got a cure. That's the whole thing with the complexity of this tape job.
I'm a little nervous, way excited, because, you know, we're peeling back just to see if the graphic worked. And the more that got peeled back, the more excited I got. You know, like this, it's gonna work.
Once I got the brown paint on, we pulled off the tape. It's looking good, but it's still kind of unknown until we get the second color in place. The whole design gets taped over yet again for another color.
This part becomes super critical, that we really are meticulous of making sure that the turns are good and the lines are crisp, because this is gonna be the graphic.
The next color was this cream tone, and that has the silver flake in it. We put that on, and you can really see the effect of the metal flake. As much labor as it is, the reward is at this point when we're untaping it. Pulling off the last set of tape, you really see the contrast, and that's it. It's sparkly. It's like Las Vegas. Dennis dropped off that Roth flake, and he told me, once you start with this, there's no going back. It's true. I used the blue, the silver, the brown, the gold, the whole palette. The color combo is exactly what I achieved in the first car, but only using blue now instead of pink. You have two pretty mellow tones with a really contrasting kind of a neon line through them. The whole angle here was not to make your ultimate hot rod, you know, nothing conservative. It's a total cartoon, and I think we've accomplished that. I'm pretty happy with it, but as always, I have to have the shop inspector check it out. So, what do you think? I know you weren't allowed in here for a few days. It was a toxic environment. It's over here. Hey, it's this, right? Remember before it was primer? Look, think. It was primer. Now it's painted. I know the engine is good to go. We started it, but the transmission's questionable. I got a brand new unit from Monster Transmission. They always work perfect. It's a simple bolt-on replacement. Mark was right. V8 engine. It's balanced, fits in there perfect. Everything on this car has been figured out, or on the finishing stretches. The interior is really the last big question mark. I called up my friend Jack. He's the upholstery guy. He's done all the interiors on my cars.
Holy mackerel. Wow.
Hey, welcome
Hey,
back.
Ian, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Wow. What'd you do this time?
I told you we were going to change the look of the car a little bit. So
Holy
we made a
mackerel.
few subtle changes.
I
you
think
know.
so. You morphed into a roadster.
Yeah.
It's a whole new car, man. I couldn't believe it. I'm used to looking at the old car, and then I see this thing, and it's completely different.
It's actually a bubble top. You know those acrylic domes I was making?
yeah.
It's not a roadster.
Like you did on the T-Bird?
Yep, exactly. It's
Wow, this is something.
It's like one of those
I
raw
like this
silk
better.
covers.
Right away, I thought, he's getting crazier as he gets older. He just knocks this stuff out. I don't know if he ever sleeps.
I pretty much got the whole deal figured out. The only thing left is the interior.
Should we mess with the original panels first?
Yeah.
Put some in here and look at it?
Yeah,
and
I'll
see?
lift the body up. It's
see
got
how-
a prop rod. You know, the whole body pivots on the hinge.
Get it up here. Well, this reminds me the old days when we were running a funny car.
It's exactly what it's inspired by.
40-some years ago, it was the same deal.
Yeah.
Set it in, push it up,
Yeah.
and start working on it. Yeah, if this is all finished off in there, you can leave it up, show the whole thing this
Yeah.
way.
Jack's all about the interior, and he could see that there's nothing in it. So that was his main concern. Loved the look of the car, and all of a sudden his gears are turning. So I got all these panels. So see, these were the original interior parts, and we're not going with pink anymore. That was the one main color change.
Get rid of that pink.
I think all the brown can still work, though. Once the fasteners are on the back side, it just clips in like it did.
You don't even need any welt on this.
So that's the thing. That one goes there, and then these were the little backrest panels, so
that's
they'll
right.
pop right back in. The most apparent change in the interior is that the color swap. I'm going from pink to blue. Jack's thinking as he's peeling these pink elements off, maybe we'll just leave them out. Maybe we'll just go brown. Maybe we
Oh, that
don't
looks
do a
pretty
pipe.
nice,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I like it.
Jack likes the upholstery as is. I got some other ideas. I've known Jack for a while, about 15 years. It started from him just upholstering one of my seats one day, and he just keeps getting more and more involved. See, the whole thing is I'm not using the seats that I made originally because I'm way more laid back. Literally, like this becomes a headrest. I'm actually laying back. I'm literally like with my head. I'm like, actually, that's perfect. Look at that. I'm sitting in there like this, like a freaking dragster.
Wow. That's what it looks like,
Right.
yeah. The interior is always last. So then what you got to do is adjust the seats, the panels, and everything to make them fit into what they built. Yeah, do you have something we can lay in here, like a piece of cardboard or something?
I got all that
offhand?
pattern paper.
Yeah. The interior is going to mean a lot because the body's up like this. You're going to see a lot of it. It has to be done right.
Oh yeah, it looks better already.
It should fit, follow your back.
So if I lay in and push it down, that's
I'll
kind of
hold
where
it
I
so
want
it
to be.
doesn't move.
Yeah, like that.
There you go. How about you just lay in it like a hammock? kind of thing.
Jack's idea was why not make sort of like a hammock, you know, just a simple little thing to support your back and not even have a seat, just a simple pad that you recline on. That looks just kind of like a generic panel though.
Well, yeah, but we can do something with that. I'll make some,
all in the stitch
put a
work.
seam, couple of seams in it or something, and we'll make some design in it.
Jack's got a bunch of ideas. I could see him scribbling around with the pen. He's talking a lot. I don't know what he's gonna come up with, but it looks like he's got plans. So the whole thing is with the interior being so mellow and subtle, I want the fabric to pop, you know? I was thinking like that metal flake, blue old school glitter vinyl to complement these pinstripes. So when you're looking through the bubble, you see these two blue things broadcasting out, you know?
This blue metal flake, they don't make it anymore, from what I understand, so it'll be pretty hard to get
That's,
if we can find it. And blue metal flake vinyl?
well,
He likes metal flake, you know. He tried to metal flake my truck.
I know it's impossible to find. It's the hardest stuff in the world to get a hold of. So
wait
I
a
got
minute.
this instead.
He was playing with me, see? Well, that's what we're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah,
Of course.
I could pull a few strings, man.
Oh, man.
So you
Look at
think
this guy.
2 yards of this stuff will be enough?
Sure. Be
Check
plenty.
it out. Check it out in the sun.
Plenty
That's the
good.
thing. It's just like the frame.
God light on it.
Jack's not a big fan of metal flake, so I just wanted to catch him off guard a bit.
He pulled one on me.
Had to pull a few strings. They're back in the men's room, but they handed it through the wall, through the back window.
Well, it is a bold choice, and it's a lot of people are afraid to take chances because they think they're going to ruin their reputation or something like that. It's his personality. That's what he does. He likes to zap you with things.
This is perfect. I was hoping that it would work with the blue pinstripes, but that's exactly it. So you see, when you're walking up on the car, you're like, why is there blue in it? And then when you look inside, it makes sense.
And you know why.
It totally adds to it. That's kind of it. I'll roll up this material. You could take it with you. And,
Okay.
We're good to go.
I've got some ideas, but I'm not going to say anything until the seat's finished. And I'll bring the seat in and then see how he likes it.
The great thing about this interior design is that most of it's already fabricated. All I have to do is make a couple simple seat pans and some side panels, and Jack will upholster them. What? Oh, were you looking for this? Eat it, kid. Go play in traffic. These seat pans are very straightforward. There's already some hardware on the floor to mount them. I'm just gonna take a piece of aluminum, 050 thickness, and just kind of curve it and cut it. The panels that I'm making are very generic. The whole look is about what happens with the stitch work, and that's all up to Jack. I can't wait to see what he does. Jack says he's bringing by one of the seats today, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what he came up with.
Hi, Ian. How you doing?
Aha!
I brought you a little present.
Oh,
Got
right
some
on.
foam for the side panels, and I did the
groovy.
seat for you.
Oh, that's totally cool. It's a little better than that sheet metal panel you left with.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I stayed up all night.
I'm glad you did, because I was resting easy. Jack brought in the seat, and it looks awesome. The material I picked out is perfect, and he added some cool stitching and these really nice grommets, and Jack nailed it.
At first, I was skeptical because I don't like metal flake, but it looked pretty good. I was surprised.
Next thing I wanted to deal with were these side panels. Looks pretty rough in there. We gotta freshen it up. I feel like it just needs some other blue element inside. That's the thing, to just have those two seats might be kind of lost. So
what if
I do want to keep it simple,
What if
but
we put a little blue in the middle? That's what it's about, is figuring out how to do it. That's the fun part.
I'm just doing busy work, getting the steering put together, this weird brake throttle assembly, mechanical stuff, and Jack walks in.
How you doing, Ian? I got some new pieces for you.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
Cool, you even put the grommets to match the seat.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. I could see the glow coming through the doorway. Those blue panels are awesome. They complement the seats perfectly. stitch work, and the grommets look like a perfect match.
What surprises do you have for me over here? I can see some extra
standard mechanical
little
work.
arms sticking up here. What is?
Yeah, this is the motorcycle throttle, so there's no room for a gas pedal in there, so we're gonna have a hand throttle.
Ah, so what do? Push that?
That's
up?
the master
Oh, I
cylinder.
see.
You push just like your brake pedal.
Oh, I see.
That's your brakes.
Ah,
That's your gas.
what's this little deal?
You don't move that except in emergency. I didn't put the sign on yet.
Oh,
It's for
what
the
is that?
ejection seat. If all
Oh,
hell
you mean
breaks
it
loose.
puts you through the
right
bubble?
through. You've seen all the fighter planes, right? The canopy goes.
Oh yeah, and then you go.
Exactly. Jack was just checking out everything I was putting together. You know, the shifter throttle thing was one thing, but then the steering components were totally different from the original car also.
Yeah, what's the deal here now? You got a little wheel in here?
Oh yeah, typical dragster stuff, right? Stock steering box that I had.
Yeah, right.
I just hooked it right up.
I like the steering wheel because it looks like an old dragster wheel. In fact, on a dragster, the brake was always a handbrake. And he's doing the same thing, except you push it.
That's the thing, all this mechanical stuff is boring me. It's all about the interior.
Okay.
So these guys just index right in there like we set up. Perfect, right in the hollow. That's the thing, it's not too crazy, but it gives the seats a reason to be blue.
Sure,
You know,
right.
the pinstripe on the paint's one thing, but now at least there's two blue elements inside. Jack wasn't sure how I wanted to attach these pieces. He was thinking we would just glue them and clamp them, but I had a different idea. It would be a lot faster. I was thinking that we would put screws right through the center of the grommets and we wouldn't need any glue. That's good. It makes it look
Gives a
even
little
better.
dip in
Yeah.
it. That looks good.
As we're doing this, it creates a really three-dimensional pattern that neither of us expected. It just looks way more plush, and it's going to be a great complement to the whole design. And it looked good before, but now with all those
deeper.
push downs,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it just looks way more.
Now we have to do it with the seat.
I might
huh?
even do that because it looks so good, right?
Working like Ian works is like you're doing it on the fly. You know what I mean? You plan it as you go. It's enjoyable.
Welcome to upholstery, full custom style.
That's right.
The proof is in the pudding. We got to put it in the car. So this one comes in.
You set the panel in, ran a couple screws in on both sides, and we looked at it, and it even looked better. I was really surprised because I didn't think it would look that good.
One thing I wasn't expecting is after putting in the second panel, as we dropped the body down, there was no more looseness. It fit like a perfect thing. Hear that? It's like you're putting cushions on your sofa, man.
Right. I love it.
But that's kind of the layout, man. The seats and the blue door panels sell it.
Now what's happening back here? I walked around the back of the car, and all these holes are in the back.
One thing I didn't explain to Jack was that the car doesn't have a radiator in the front like you typically see. Instead, it's got this weird contraption that hangs off the back. So that's the thing, this crazy swizzle stick is actually the radiator.
This actually works then, right? It's functioning?
Heck no, come on, what do you think
Okay.
this is?
Well, you put a fan on it,
There's a fan, that's what that hole is. See
Yeah,
the
I
electric
see.
fan?
Yeah.
This electric
Oh,
fan
boy,
goes right up
you got
behind
it all
I think
figured
everything,
out,
man. Jack was really curious about this thing, so I wanted to show him how I actually made it work. So that's the thing, these big flex hoses, it's just like any other radiator. You gotta feed and you gotta return. They're gonna go in
Into the
here.
line.
So I'm gonna make like a big S like this, just to take all that, so when it shuts, it just whoosh.
So then the fan goes here.
And yeah, your typical electric fan
Oh,
goes
that's
right
great.
here, bolts to the satellite dish, and then the water flows around that.
That's a satellite dish?
Yeah, see? My TV provider wasn't really in agreement with me, so I
So you
took it down off the roof.
I thought that was a hell of an idea. Different, it's really different. That looks good though, I like it. Almost everything he builds like that is functional. It works. I can't wait to see how it's finished off. When it's done, it's really gonna look good.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all, but somehow it works.
Doesn't have to.
Story of my life. Jack's gonna take the last panels and finish them off. Johnny's on his way back, so I wanna get this car finished up and ready to drive. Johnny's been involved with the design of this car from the start, so he's pretty well invested in having this come out well. He hasn't seen it completed yet, and today's the day.
Ian!
Aha!
Oh, hey, man.
Back again. Welcome back. Check it out, man. We painted it.
Looks awesome.
Sweet.
To see all the pieces and parts that we had discussed and talked about, in theory, now, there on the vehicle was tremendous.
So when you left, you didn't see the blue striping on the car.
No.
That was our plan. But to complement that, I had Jack stitch out a bunch of metal flake components for the interior.
Now the blue totally goes. The way the blue pulls the color from the outside to the inside is just perfect.
Cool.
Like from the outside, when you look at it from here, I mean, you see blue on the striping.
I think the collaboration, once again, has been a success, man. I'm really happy with this.
Oh man, it was just neat. Like it's a whole car now, but it's a bubble top car. Where's the bubble? So Ian, where the hell's the bubble?
I polished the heck out of it, man. It's in the corner. It's in the safe zone.
Ah.
So that's what I was waiting for you to get here so we could put them on, and that's it. This baby's a wrap.
And let's bubble this thing up.
It was like the final piece, the icing on the cake. He should be a part of it. So you put the front in its little thing.
Okay.
And slowly zipper in place. Drop it, and yeah, it's totally different. Totally different car, right?
Totally different car with the bubble on. It changes the whole look altogether.
Yeah. Setting the bubble on the car is like the first step towards the end. The silhouette of the car is represented by this dome shape, and really you don't get the feel of it until it's in place. Ultimately, this will have like a rubber weather strip around it, just like you see in any car window, but I wanted to get right to installing the Mohawk. This is the full look. This is the stand back and check it out moment. This is what we've all been waiting for.
Man, are you kidding me? Dude, this came out too cool.
To me, the side profile, the way it's like,
There's a lot of slashes.
there's a lot of stuff going on. It's good, really good.
The Mohawk just brings it all together. It was like, without the Mohawk, I think it's like a superhero car, but now it's like a villain car.
Super villain. Yeah. From the jump, the initial inspiration for the car was this wild Mohawk. I've never seen anything like it. It was in this cartoon, and now there's an actual vehicle.
I think we got something pretty special here.
Well, it's kind of like when the UFO crashed in Area 51, right? Everybody's like, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Now what do we do with it?
I can't wait to see it in motion.
I think it's time to clean up the mess and drive it. Johnny was just all about driving this thing. Put on the trailer, took it over to the proving grounds. It's the perfect environment to test drive. I'm gonna get in, you drop the lid,
Okay.
and let's try it. What
would
could
see it in
possibly
motion.
go wrong? If anything happens, just bury me in it. The whole unit, just drop it in the ground. It
It's the right shape.
should be perfect. Getting in this thing, you're in there like a space pilot, and you're committing to the ride. Drop her down.
All right. Yeah, lower the top, you can hear it almost like seal, like a coffin.
I feel like a friggin' fish in a tank. It's pretty dicey. I haven't had any real disasters yet, so I think the odds are with me. Here we go. You see somebody in a top fuel dragster, they're not getting out in a rush, so this is the same thing. You're locked and loaded.
That's awesome.
All I could say is it's fun to drive. It's using all of your senses, you know? You're thinking, is it on fire? Is it shaking? How fast am I going? You know, there's no instrumentation at all. You have one hand on the steering wheel and one hand on the power, and it's fun.
And as it goes by the rocks, I mean, it's almost like a shark in the water. All you see is the Mohawk. It doesn't look like it's supposed to be there. It's just nuts.
We did the testing, you know, slow speed rolling around, and I wanted to see what it could do.
And then, you know, he makes the turn and starts heading back towards me. And then that's when you really see, you know, all the eye candy. It was just so much to look at as it's moving toward you. And it just looks so sinister.
That wasn't so bad.
That was awesome. In motion looks freaking even better.
Feels like you're in outer space, man. This is the first time it's been in motion. I've never seen it driving. I'm just pulling up, seeing Johnny's reaction. I got to get him behind the wheel. Totally drivable, dude. It feels confident. You want to try it?
Yeah, let's do this.
Imagine how the astronauts.
T-5.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Imagine how an
4.
astronaut feels, dude.
Yeah, that's why there's no fat astronauts. But I was damn determined I was going to fit inside. If I had to lay over the other side, I'm getting in that car. That feels crazy.
Wait till the top's
Dude,
down.
it's just a...
Are you claustrophobic?
I don't think so. I guess we'll find out.
I wasn't claustrophobic until I shut that thing. It's like, it sounds funny in there.
I was a little concerned about the way it was controlled just because I was, you know, it's brand new. And I didn't want to be the guy that wrecked it.
There's no foot pedals, right? So this is your brake. You just push right on there. See, it actuates the master cylinder.
Gotcha.
Motorcycle, throttle. And then that's your shifter. It's an automatic.
And that's the kill switch and the starter.
Exactly. If you're gonna start it, that's on.
Okay.
Start. Anything happens, just hit that and the car's dead. No power. It's a learning experience. You know, you don't really drive a car like this. You drive a motorcycle like that. So it's kind of like a really low-slung chopper on 4 wheels. So that's all up to you, man. Pull the button and push the pin. You can't drive it for somebody, right? I just told them how to do it, and that's it. See ya. I was looking at the car in motion, just really responding to it, and I realized Johnny's hands aren't where they're supposed to be.
Well, he first kind of went over the controls with me and how to do it, which I didn't really pay attention. I was just wanting to drive it. So I let go, and I just started grabbing the steering wheel.
He's just rolling away, and hopefully he'll figure it out.
I'm looking through the bubble now, out into the front of the car, just this sick look. You're so low to the ground.
Johnny got around the corner, so it looks like he's under control. For me, it was just really good to see this thing finally in motion.
It's been a crazy experience. It was one of the coolest things that I've ever done.
It's kind of hairy.
Crazy.
It's predictable, but it's really weird.
That's nuts.
This whole project kind of blew the lid off it for me. I don't really consider any of my cars finished, so maybe someday I just take this thing apart again and improve on it once more. I got a call from Jeremy. He lives on the other side of the country, and he's saying he recently acquired one of my creations. You made it.
Yes, long trip.
How's it going, man?
How you doing?
Man, you are loaded down.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's a
Good
trip.
to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too.
Man, I recognize that silhouette.
Yeah.
I thought it went to Arizona, but you're in Missouri.
Yes. She's been around the block a few times. When I first saw the car, believe it or not, I found it on Facebook Marketplace, and I thought for sure, like, that's definitely a car that needs put back together.
Let's see what's going on over here.
All right, don't get nervous.
I was born not nervous. I know the way cars go. I've sold so many projects that a month later, they don't look anything like what they used to. Oh, wow. They didn't even paint it. They went to a paint shop.
Oh, yeah?
I thought that was the first thing you would do with it.
Well, I'm definitely glad they didn't.
Nice. Pulling this cover off, I didn't know what to expect. That's the car I remember. When you said you found it wherever, I was expecting like the Ed Roth story. Oh, we found it and it was a dumpster
Right,
at a
right,
freaking liquor
yeah.
store.
Well, what do you think? Do you think we can do something with it?
Oh, 100%. I want to put it back together for sure. Space Junkie 1.5. Everything you liked about the old car, and then just a little more something. Let's get it in the shop and kind of do an inventory and see what we're dealing with.
Okay.
The thing about this vehicle is it's like it got kind of short-ended. As developed as it was, I always wanted so much more from it. Well, the good news is you got stuff, like the car body. The bad but not so bad is we're gonna have to get a lot more. Detail on this frame, I really like it. Whoever was doing this, they replicated these cup shapes. That's what the original one was. I mean, we got a lot of potential here for sure. My favorite part of every project is the first 30 seconds. You know, that moment of inspiration. I spent so much time staring at this car in its first incarnation, you know, now I get to revisit it with fresh eyes. When I built this thing, you know, it was just a different time in my life, different frame of mind, you know? And it's like, it still holds up today, but a little older, a little wiser. You know, I'm not saying I regret anything, but I think we could really push this thing, like, into the future.
Well, you act like it's no big deal. I mean,
No,
you
I've been
think?
down this road. I mean, that's what I do, man. Time to get this thing back together.
Do you think you have a game plan, or do you?
I got a million ideas, man. Just let's roll with it.
So we're not gonna like draw it out or take some notes?
No.
You got
no.
paper and pen?
Nah,
we can take notes.
We don't even do. You don't even want to see how I draw a line.
I do have a surprise for you in the back of the truck.
That's why it's sitting so low. You got some junk in the trunk.
What do you think of this?
Oh wow, that looks like exactly what I started with. I don't know where he got this engine. Somehow he saw the photos and got what was there. Wait a second, what? Is this like some mini truck and stuff?
Yeah.
With the bed dancing?
Uh-huh. That's next. Let me turn on the music.
As conservative as Jeremy appears, you could tell he's got some tricks up his sleeve. Now it's starting to get interesting. That is freaking cool.
Yeah, I figured he would like that out of the stuff that he likes.
There it is, man. Put some wires to it and start her up. The whole time I'm thinking, what are we gonna do about the engine? And there it is. And it's a runner.
Yes, I thought you'd like that. I know he's thinking hard about this, which is, I mean, that's like icing on the cake. If he's thinking, that means he's dreaming something wild up, and that's all we could all hope for.
I know you gotta hit the road, but I'm gonna get started this afternoon, man.
Hey.
I got ideas.
Man with a plan.
The first thing I wanna do is create a new chassis, little twist on the old design, and a few improvements. I'm gonna use 2x4 for a little more room, but I'm gonna put it on its side. I think this small improvement will make a real difference. You know, it'll be the same look from the outside, but the interior room will be way better for it. You see this detail of all the little cups that are welded in. It's pretty labor intense, so it's gonna take a while. The idea here is to keep the theme of the original vehicle intact. So it's like as if it was like twin brothers or sisters from the start, and how they each accessorize themselves differently. So it's the same thing, as if, you know, this thing had another life, which it does. So. It's my custom lifting device. This isn't a big structural thing, so I want to mount them on the underside of the tubing inside the channel so that it appears a little bit deeper. Drill the holes, weld the thing in, and repeat. The one difference already from the original chassis design was the rails were sitting like this. Now they're flat. And in addition, in the front of the car, you're gonna have 2 cup holders, right and left. This is America, and we love our cups. This car's got 2. So just like this rocker panel here comes back and then jogs off, I'm gonna have to do the same with the chassis because I want that to be flowing right through. At this point, it's purely visual. You know, I want to nail the look of this thing and reinforce as necessary. The thing about these really low cars that you can't get away from is the drive shaft being inside the car, literally. You know, most cars you'll see a little hump through the floor, so this is that little hump magnified. This is a really tricky part of the car, and that's why I got to think outside the box. The original design was purely aesthetic, and it hindered the space incredibly. You know, I'm trying to go with the simplest space-conserving design. You know, something like a modified 3-link. I've got these link arms. You see them all the time. They're adjustable, 4-link suspension stuff. So I took 2 of these, I put them in a tube bender and bent them, and I joined them in the center. They're not fully welded yet because I don't want to melt any kind of plastic out of this heim joint. So the idea with this is in the center, facing forward. There's always some kind of cross link to keep the axle centered in the car, and that's what this does also. It can't move side to side. It can only do that or that. I've got theories I can go on for days. The real deal is in the test. The only way to see if it's gonna work is to put it together. A little short on hardware, so sometimes I'll use a drill bit. Improvising with sheet metal is one thing, but improvising with engineering is quite another. You have a lot of moving parts to consider. That's basically the arrangement of that. I think I'm gonna test it right now and then put the airbags in. The true proof is in what happens when this thing's in motion. You know, if something goes wrong, if it binds, it explodes. The axle drops, effectively raising the car. And see how the link arms go parallel? So that's completely unweighted. That's exactly what I was hoping to see. As simple as it looks, it took a lot of figuring in my head, and I could see now through the range of motion, it's gonna work fine. That's probably about ride height. See where these bars are pretty level? And then it allows the axle to really twist, see that? When you come into a driveway, it's got a lot of motion. I'm really glad I gotta change this all up, you know, take a few risks, because that's the thing. If you're gonna make it better, you gotta step outside of what already happened. I think this is the hot ticket. It's gonna be all right. Next challenge is getting the airbags set in there. I wanna do something unique with them as well. So the standard installation would be right on top of the axle. You see that all the time. You make a bridge, and that's how they live. It's kind of in the way of things, right? I don't want to see it up there. Do you? Nope. The bag's gonna live right inside here. So being ahead of the axle, it's gonna offer a little more lift just because it's closer to the pivot point, and also it's real discreet. Another benefit of this airbag design is the brackets that hold the bags will act as a truss structure for this third link. So, you know, I'm always thinking how to simplify and strengthen stuff, especially with suspensions. Like butter. You know, if you want to see a normal suspension, look somewhere else. This is full experimentation garage. I mean, you didn't think I was going to try something normal or average, did you? I got the rear chassis and suspension all finalized. I also did some sheet metal work, and it's looking good. The goal from the jump was to get more room in this thing, and I think I'm already on the right path. I really want to get the front of the chassis fitted and then put the front axle in as well. I want to make it a little bit stronger, so I'm coming up with this truss shape in here. It'll add a lot more rigidity to it. My challenge is to create a front motor mount right now and then put the hood on and see how everything's gonna come together. This engine is a straight 8. It's almost twice as long as a V8 engine. The engine mount here was a very simple structure. The real challenge is going to be these two frame horns. The way they interact with the hood is of critical importance. So here is where we deviate from the plan. So you may have been asking yourself, how the heck is he gonna bend a 2x4-inch rectangle tube on that tight a radius? And the answer is, I'm not going to bend it. I'm going to segment it and re-weld it. That's what all that cutting was about. The old lobster tail trick. I'm gonna weld nice and hot over all these joins and then grind them out later. The lobster tail trick has been used before on many occasions, so it translates perfectly to this chassis design. Ultimately, the frame rail will be a compound curve, you know, so we got the curve, we're just looking for the compound. The old spray can on the lobster tail trick. The oldest technique in the book. This is a lot of work for a little result, but that's all a part of building a show car. The whole thing with this chassis design was like organic, you know, it's got to work around the hood, make it look like the painted part is coming through the mechanical part. Now you see the difference between your standard issue and your refined edition. You know, your curving, your swooping. I think it's going to look extra special. There you have it, 2 very fine bent frame rail ends. That's the call, that looks perfect. I'll duplicate that on the other side. Front end is taking shape, and I got some plans to keep this train rolling. I got that car off the table and brought the table over here. I'm partnering with Speedway on this project. They have kits for everything. So I have an air suspension kit, I have 4-wheel disc brake kit, I've got all the steering linkage, it's all brand new. And I just chose what I would have always wanted to use on this car. And here it is, it's like Christmas morning. I have an idea about the wheel and tire combo. I don't know what you were thinking, but you know, let's just get this thing so it'll roll forward and back like right now.
All right, I can't wait.
I didn't know Jeremy from anyone. He just called me and said, you know, he builds custom cars and he has one of my projects. So in getting to know him a little bit better, it turns out that he has a few really creative builds under his belt, and him and his father have a company where they do a lot of specialized stainless steel work and car building.
I've got a shop there in Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri. I eat, breathe this stuff. It's gasoline in the veins.
That's the thing in working with a client. Some guys are just the idea guys, not mentioning any names. Other guys can get in there and work with you. Always something. It's never smooth sailing. That's why they call it custom. It ain't easy. With this Ford axle and the tie rod being where it is, it's different than these Model A wishbones. I mean, you always run into some situation where you maybe have to heat them, but these are big castings. We're not gonna be able to do that. The reason this becomes an issue is the lower you make a car, the more things get stacked up in a smaller space. When you have a lifted vehicle, you got all this room in here. When you lower it, everything's on top of each other. When faced with an issue, one of my first go-tos is try it upside down, flip it around. I actually learned that from an old gentleman I was working with for years. Steer it. Every time, he's like, turn it upside down. What? Sure enough, it still holds. So it was designed to go in upside down. Look at that.
They just weren't thinking.
It's absolutely perfect. We're not out of the woods yet, but we're way closer. The first step is to make a spacer so I can weld this thing together.
Are you worried about the integrity, the strength,
Well, integrity is my new middle name.
Yeah. What about strength?
Well, strength is built in, baby. You don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to transfer that into this fabrication. Roussell's Strength and Integrity Suspension Services.
Strength,
Strength.
integrity.
That's it. It's like military training. Radius rods are welded super solid. They look a little funky because there's just a lot of material that's been deposited. Once they're ground down and smooth, they're gonna look like castings. Perfect. So yeah, all this looks good. Now we're steering. We're not hitting anything. It's perfect. Minor adjustments, that's what it's all about. I actually have the original rims and tires for
No
this.
way.
Yeah.
Really?
They were on my Model A that I'm building. I forgot they're all the way in the back of the container, so now that this is back, I think they should go on here.
It's been in the back of my mind what's going to go on with those wheels and tires, and here's Ian coming from the back, coming from the relics. There she is. It's like holding history.
There's some things that just you gotta keep, you never know. Why not try it out? Look at that.
Right.
Big 20-inch rims, massive
Oh,
calipers.
yeah.
That's pretty tough looking. The only car you have to put the floor jack into the back. All I could say is the experimentation is a success. I mean, this chassis is pretty much dialed in, One main issue is the lack of sunroof.
That's a big hole.
Yeah. I have some untested ideas in development that just might solve our problem. The first step in the process is to put a slight bend in these stainless steel rods. I want there to be some tension so the fabric doesn't flatten it out and also enhance the curvature of the roof line. As I'm just about done welding, yank that ground off so I could drop it in the bucket without melting these wheels. If there's one thing you gotta know about welding when there's plastic around is don't heat it up. And out. So this is the quick, cool technique. That's that. The theory would be that this just slides in and operates. Pull it forward. That's the deal right there. Proof is in the operation, smooth as silk is what we're looking for. I'm always looking to offer the full envisioning experience. So right now I just want to lay out some tape and really show Jeremy how the fabric will behave once it's attached to these bows and folded up.
That right there just mimicked that line on your drawing.
Exactly. Yeah, see, now the roof has a contour. That's perfect. Just a little bit, definitely not flat.
Looks good.
We still need to figure out the upholstery, but the mechanics of it are there. I call this a success. Very simple, totally cool. I'm waiting on a transmission I ordered also from Speedway.
It's gonna be nice.
Everything about this project's coming together really cool. It's definitely an enhanced version of what was. The next big mission is to get this drivetrain updated and in the car. Let's see what happens next. Project's coming together. We got the show. It's looking good. Now we need the go. I love the idea of the straight 8, but you got no transmission to put the power to the wheels.
I don't know where it went.
So I got that 350 Chevy transmission from Speedway. I started with a transmission cover, but I want to get the engine in and the drive shaft, everything in place before we finalize all the sheet metal. This engine's a key element in bringing the look of this whole thing back together, but it's not as simple as it was the first time. Great ideas also lead to problems. So we got a great engine, we got a great transmission, and one of the problems is like, how do you mesh them?
Yeah, the puzzle piece doesn't quite fit together yet, right?
Exactly. That Chevy bell housing is so much bigger, it'll never bolt up to this without a significant amount of machine work and engineering. But check this out, transmissionadapters.com. On the shelf, they have a Chevy transmission to Pontiac straight 8 adapter kit. Look at this.
So even this obscure, like a straight 8.
Yes, I called them and he's like, yeah, we got that. They got this crankshaft adapter, their own custom flex plate, and a brand new mini starter. They made their own puzzle piece to fit these together.
Now that's crazy.
Jeremy's a car builder in his own right. He wanted to be involved, you know, get his hands dirty on this project. He's told me since the beginning he's wanted to take this back to his shop for the final details. This gives me the creative ability with the heavy fabrication to really nail those points. Back at Jeremy's shop, he'll focus on the final details of the chassis paint, the interior fit up, the wiring, etc. Everything lines up, as it should. Sometimes the stars align. I get to do the transformation I was hoping to see, and Jeremy gets the car he's always wanted. Wow, that was almost too easy. Let's put the body and the nose on. You know, you can see my little crutch design holding up the roof truss. Title of the house says built in 1940. This garage is made out of railroad ties and telephone poles. I don't want it to come down. It's pretty charming.
It's just some Amish engineering, boy.
You can see it works. This transmission is overall, in every direction, larger than the original unit. Hopefully, this will fit under the dashboard. It actually fits. You know, that transmission is big.
Yeah.
And it still fits under the body and the dashboard. Look at that. With any luck, this big hole in the hood should fit that engine just right. You can see the hood design is set up to showcase the mechanics front and center, and that's where the next challenge begins. How do you feed this engine fuel and release the exhaust?
I like where your head's at.
Behind baggie number 1, open that up. These are Weber side drafts.
Nice.
They go on a lot of exotic cars. They're very well designed, and I thought they would look really cool in the wrong place on this car. That'll make some exhaust, but there's 2 more things. So I was thinking, yeah, check that out.
You a cheerleader?
Exactly. No, that's my dunce cap. Before I start any project, I like to line up all the possibilities, take a look at them, and then get to work. I mean, anything goes. It would be a little more challenging to set them like that, but that's kind of cool too, eh? You know, take a minute and explore the possibilities. Whatever you like.
You can hear my gears turning?
Right.
You can hear it? You can hear that, yeah?
I've spent my time considering and figuring out all aspects of this car, so let's see what Jeremy ends up with. So, what do you want to do? I mean, it's time to build the cooler version than it was.
I know cooler's better. I still like the way they look sideways.
We have to determine the placement of the carbs. Once we decide that, we can begin to build the intake.
I really still like the way that it was set up originally. I mean, I know some of the nostalgic part of this car was how everything was set up that way. And if they're set up on these blocks and they're that high, you can still get to the spark plug wires and anything like that.
I like that idea. If you want to start on that rear one, I'll start on the front one, and we'll fill in the spaces in between.
All right. I don't know if I'm qualified for this.
Yeah, you do have a little quality control course you have to get clearanced on. Is that how you're feeling?
I think so.
In the end, there'll be a few necessities included with this concept, but also some aesthetic stuff. You know, it's got to look cool as well as do its job. We got some busy work tying up this intake. The next part is the exhaust, and that's where it really comes alive. Our building frenzy hasn't allowed us to see this fit up on the car. So it's like, enough planning, let's just get to it. I love the look of those carburetors. The whole concept of this design on the intake is that the carbs appear to be floating. That's the idea with the bracing between the tubes. So we had the hood on when we did the carburetors, but we did nothing about the trumpets and the exhaust. I didn't even think about that. The old build it without the hood on trick. We're hitting the exhaust bracket.
Is it?
Oh yeah, 100%. The proof is in the test fit. Clearly we got carried away. You know, next time you rebuild this car, leave the hood on before you redo the exhaust.
I don't think there should have to be a next time.
Third time's the charm. It's been around the block a few times. Actually, it's never even been around the block. This car has more miles on it than most show cars, and they've all been on a trailer. I think 1 or 2 trims on the bracket, and we're in business. Now, hopefully the exhaust fits. One difference between this and the original intake manifold was I built that right to the engine. Jeremy came up with a great idea to make it flow with the line of the hood opening a little better. Yeah, I really like how the manifolds do follow that paintwork. That's cool. The other one didn't do that.
Yeah, I need littler hands or something.
That's the spice of working with another fabricator, is I had some ideas, Jeremy's got a few, mix it all together and see what comes up. Let's drop it on the ground. I want to see it. Yeah, I thought that the building of the car was the hard part, but you know, this is not like changing the tire on your grandfather's pickup truck. How the heck did we do this last time? Somehow you got to get on top and lower it down gracefully. That's a pretty low car, sir. Seeing this car on its way back is really rewarding. You know, I think it's kind of like a parent-childhood scenario. You know, you send your kid out into the world and it goes through some stuff, you know, comes back with blue hair and piercings, I don't know. This car came back looking a little loose, a little worse for wear, but under our tender guidance, it's coming back.
Totally different now, right? Doors on, what?
Yeah, it's looking so good, I'm getting ideas.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, I can't wait to take this car apart again. Pretty nice car you got there, sir. Where can I get one of them? Just the fact of seeing this thing back on 4 wheels with a frame under it is really cool. The carburetor setup, just seeing the intake up a little higher, a little more aggressive. I love the new and improved exhaust. The fact that we stayed with the same rim and tire combo is a win for me, and the cloth sunroof is a nice, classy touch. That's the transformation, man, right there.
It looks nice.
Grab your seat, throw it in there. You know, I want to see how 2 full-size humans fit in this rig. Take me to the bar, Jeeves.
Yeah.
There's been so much talk on it. It's like, how do you fit in there? How do you drive it? Laying down? Yes.
Yeah, kinda,
exactly.
yeah. I mean, it's relaxing.
All jokes aside, there is way more room in this car than there ever was before. This car is literally like waist high, and the 2 of us are in there. We're not hitting shoulders. There's plenty of room to look around. I think it's gonna work.
Now I know why you built it. I like it. I like how everything looks right now. Almost like a monster mobile, you know what I mean? You got the engine that's sticking up almost right at the roof line.
The thing is, you know, you're looking at this, but you get into a parking lot, you're just like, periscope up, check all around, and then you're cool again.
Yeah,
It's
you're
that simple.
incognito.
Jeremy's really pleased with this thing, but I got a surprise lined up. There's another vehicle that he really needs to see. Space Junkie 2.0. It's never been displayed at a major car show, so it's just cool to see people's reactions.
Whoa, This is so wild to see this in person.
I wanted the full show car, and we donated the chassis from your car. See how the chassis developed from what it was to what we created?
Oh,
wanted
well, I
more.
mean, I see now why you tore the other car apart. To see that in person is a showstopper. I mean, people stop, they look, this is exciting.
So that's kind of the thing, you know, the story of Space Junkies ever evolving. We got 1, 1.5, 2.0. So the ultimate goal will be to have these together at a show someday. This
Oh.
one's probably not going to change, but yours is still evolving.
Man, I tell you what, this has been an awesome journey, man. I greatly appreciate everything, and like even bringing me here to check out this.
Yeah.
This is awesome, dude.
Well, let's get yours together real soon.
Let's do it.
We'll bring it here next year.
Yes.